know, like, chase your dreams, follow your goals, and live life. Life is for living. And I just try, because I'm a normal girl. I go through heartbreak. I go through life. I have bad days, and I feel like people.
Yasmin, we see your quotes. Yo, my people, them, it's your boy Trist Rap City. We're back with another episode of the Brand Therapy Podcast. Now, as I say to you, I always like to bring on guests that I either, number one, connect with, respect, rate their journey, and also understand their hustle. So who I've got on today is none other than Yasmin Ross Clark Diaz. Yeah!
I'm here, live in Dubai.
Well gone, Yas.
How are you?
Oh yeah, we're in Dubai as well. We're in Dubai as well.
I don't know why he's acting like we never knew he was in Dubai.
We're in Dubai as well. So now, being serious, so we're on a brand therapist trip. For those who don't know, because I've never actually spoke about it on the podcast, the Brand Therapist is one of the companies that I run. It is basically a branding, marketing and brand agency as well. So what we do is we look after, to be honest with you, it is never and probably will never become something that is accessible for all influencers, because that's not our aim. Our focus more than anything is design, branding, and obviously helping people develop new projects. So hit us up if you do need any help. However, Yasmin is under our roster. So Yasmin is one of the influencers that we manage. Aside of that, it's obviously my dog, as you probably know if you follow me on socials.
Yeah.
And it was overdue to get you on the podcast, isn't it? So well gone.
It's been a long time coming. But yeah, as I don't think many people do know, I never used to really have management. I had one management situation that didn't go really well, and I just didn't trust anyone. And then, like Trist knows the type of person I am. I feel like I can do everything, and I can't even do everything. So I needed to get someone to sort out my life, and Trist basically got a whole team for me, and now we're just out here driving, and we're in Dubai right now. And to be fair, I feel like I needed this holiday 100%. More than anything. I feel like the last 3 months, especially with COVID happening, it's just been a lot. And I feel like I've been away twice since they've unlocked the thing. I've been to Amsterdam and I've been to Paris, but it didn't feel like holidays because it was just like a 2 hour way, like 45 minutes. But I'm in the sun now, and the sea, the air hits different, and I feel like I really needed a break.
Facts.
I just needed a breather.
And on top of that, we're getting benefits of it as well. So like one of the things that I find, me personally, if you follow my journey, you know that I'm always interested in people who can hustle out of anything. So when I look at influencers, one of the things that I rate the most is that a lot of people don't understand the concept of influencing. They don't realize that it's a career path. They don't realize that there's so much money that can be generated. You can build your life.
I didn't realize that.
So when you say you didn't realize that, how did you become to realize that? How did Yasmin Diaz come and you didn't know that? So
I remember, so throughout secondary school, I remember so when I was in secondary school, I got excluded twice because of social media. Ironic.
You got excluded because of social media?
Because of social media. So, and it's so funny because my teacher emailed me about a year ago to do a talk on social media.
Hard.
And I was like, wait, I got excluded twice because of that. So I went to a convent, and basically in year 7, I took a picture of my middle finger.
What's a convent?
My school's called Convent of Jesus and Mary, and it's like convent, isn't it?
Okay.
And
so you got kicked out of convent school?
Well, I got excluded twice. The first time round was because I basically went on Facebook in my uniform and I did this.
Swear down.
And basically a girl got in trouble. She got her phone confiscated because my school was really strict. They used to have phone checks and stuff. And basically they found loads of pictures on her phone with us doing this and stuff. And I got in so much trouble. I remember my punishment was my mum made me take everything out of our kitchen cupboards and clean the inside of it. So I had to bleach every single cupboard.
So how old is this? 16, 15?
I was like 16.
So you see, when you was doing on Facebook and stuff there, you obviously wasn't thinking about social media.
No, I didn't even care. It wasn't until I made Instagram. Actually, okay, I remember I went to Miami for 6 weeks, and that's the first time I made Instagram. Yeah. My uncle was he was studying pilot, he was becoming a pilot, and we went there for 6 weeks. And at the time, I had just got my first iPhone, and obviously, I think people started making Instagram because of iPhone.
Yeah.
So I made my first account page, and I remember I was using the filters on the actual Instagram page, like Valencia, and grading it till the max. I was doing pic collages. It was still a bit Facebookish. So
what is it about those things that you like? Because you obviously.
Do you know what it was? I used to Keek, so it was almost like the equivalent of vlogging now.
Yeah.
Back then, Keek, you'd make funny videos. It'd be I think it'd be 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But I'd Keek every day. Every day I'd be like, hi guys, so today I'm going to Aventura. I remember if I could get my Keek back, I was trying to. If I could get my Keek back, oh my God, the videos I'd have on that. I'd go to parties, and you know how you make snaps now?
Yeah.
Keek was basically the Snapchat of then, but it wasn't
TikTok.
a Snapchat.
TikTok.
Or a TikTok. But it was more like a video diaries. I think I'd say more Snapchat. But like you'd go out and you post funny things on there, like Sleeks. I know he was viral on Keek.
Is it?
Sleeks was viral on Keek, and I remember seeing him on Keek. And then I feel like I only started realizing how big Instagram was when I went to sixth form. So I remember being in my IT lesson and my friend, I remember Gramos was like to me, "Oh, Yasmin, you're nearly on 10,000 followers." And I thought, to me it was just the numbers. It was just to be cool, innit? It wasn't really like...
That's mad though.
It wasn't like,
at that age,
I know, I remember being in my first year sixth form and I was like waiting. I remember seeing 9999 and then I was like, oh, guys, I've got 10,000 followers. I used to be like to my teacher, if you ever watch this. To be fair, one of my teachers actually moved to Dubai and I actually saw her at the bank. She's like, I see you on Instagram all the time. And I'm like, Miss Burgess. But yeah, she's always like, why don't you, like, my teacher always said, like, your school's not really for you, Yaz. Like, you're more creative, you're more into, like, speaking. And I was like, yeah, I know.
So a teacher said that to you?
Yeah, a teacher said it to me. And then, basically, I got fired from my last job because the boss there, who I'd known for ages, was like, I just feel like there's more to life than this, and I feel like if I don't let you go, you won't ever prosper.
So it seems like everyone you've come across is seeing that
they're like, guys, what are you doing here?
Which is still the case now, though. Really?
Yeah, still like with Trist. Trist is on me every day. Like I'm just, you see, with me, I say I'm gonna start something, but then like the anxiety just attacks, and like the thought of actually pursuing with it just doesn't. I don't know. Like, I just feel scared and anxious. I don't know. But I never used to be like. This is another thing. There's pros and cons to this stuff. Like I used to enjoy posting. I used to post everything and anything. I feel like now I have to double think everything I post. I have to question everything. Like how many times do I question like answer with you? I'm like, Trist, can I post this? Yeah. Like I always double check.
Where do you think that comes from?
I feel like we're starting with the anxiety. I feel like obviously the more followers you get, the more you're known. And I used to make my way to. I get on the train, guys. I'm not like a bougie like at all. Like I get on the train. I pay cab obviously, but I don't like spending money on cab. So I get on the train and like I get on the train and people would be like, oh my God, I've just seen you on the train, and I'd be like, oh.
So is it the pressure of people knowing who you are?
I think the pressure is more of people.
That's it. Sorry guys, we're in Dubai.
We're in Dubai. Everyone's on jet skis.
That's hard.
He's just showing off.
That is sick.
No, he's showing off.
Nah, that's sick though.
He is showing off. I want to jump on
you just sent me that video.
But I feel like I never used to have anxiety or understood the meaning of anxiety.
So when did it start?
Social media. I think social media has a
alright, so that's a con. What's a pro?
The pro are the facts that I've met amazing people through it. Like one of my closest friends now, I've met through Instagram. Wumi, I'm really close to Wumi, but you'll see like I wouldn't have met her if it went from Instagram, if that made sense. And I get to work with amazing brands. I get to help people and motivate people. I get inspired. I get so inspired. Like I don't understand the messages I get from like young bosses trying to chase their dreams is sick. I've had like a girl, age 14, who's trying to start a hair company. And the thing is, it's the fact that I know you're never going to be good when you start, but the fact that you're starting at such a young age, I will help and push. The fact that I have a platform that allows people to, I don't know, step closer to their dreams makes me happy. Yeah. So young entrepreneurs, especially young females, chasing their dreams makes me happy. Like I love seeing it. Like the amount of girls I see now having businesses, the power of social media, the fact that things go viral, your business can sell out in a day if Kylie Jenner reposts that.
Once you build that brand,
do you know what I mean? Once you build that brand, you're good. And I feel like it's free. Obviously, social media is free, and it's like the easiest marketing tool for anything. Go YouTube, push it. Just because everyone's doing it doesn't mean you can't do it. You just push it, just push.
What would you say it requires? Like, because I was saying earlier, like I think with social media, people don't realize how much work's put in.
I didn't realize.
On this trip, like,
oh my God, I didn't realize.
Went out yesterday and took like 4 or 5.
Yeah, like
pictures.
The amount of pictures you have to take when you don't. Like I could literally be feeling like shit, like honestly, like, and I had content due, and Chloe will be on me, like, okay, you have to do this by 2, and it's like I don't want to put makeup on today. I don't feel like this today, like, but you have to because it's your job. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna.
So it is. So just to confirm, for those who
don't
know,
yeah,
for
it's my job. It's my
your job, isn't it?
As in, like, I don't have to get another job. I used to have a part-time job, and it's nice. All money's good. I mean, like, the more incomes you have, the better. The average millionaire has what, 7 incomes. Yeah. 7 incomes. So it's all for it. But I'm blessed enough to say that I can actually live a comfortable life, be able to travel, be able to do the things I do, and through my social media, which is amazing. And
you've got a good network of other people who do the same thing as well.
Yeah, which I'm blessed as well. Like I've got a lot of influencer friends that I didn't meet through Instagram, which is nicer. Like a lot of my friends that I do have that are influencers, I've known for years. Yeah. Like me and Wumi was looking at our DM. We was DMing each other from 2016.
Is it?
So like, it's not. This is when I didn't even have as many followers as I do now. But I feel like the more followers you get, the higher the pressure goes. Like, the more people look at you, the more people they. It's like when you're an influencer, or you're someone on social media. Like, people feel entitled to your life, which I don't blame you for, because we show so much of our life. For example, if I was to get a boyfriend right now and I posted, if we was to break up, you have the right to ask why.
Yeah.
Although I might be annoyed that you shouldn't have to, you have the right, because I brought you guys on this journey. And
but how much of your personal life do you feel that you have to show, or do you have to show?
I feel like you show what you want to show. Everything I show is what I want people to see. I don't post anything I don't want people to see. However, like, for example, like, I don't post my mum as much because the internet is creepy as well. Like, there's so many good stuff to it. But like 2 years ago, I had an account that basically had like 12k followers, and he or she was based in Chicago, like, it was all to the American, and it's still up and running now, because I had to make another Snapchat to see if they were still posting, and they still do, and I've just literally given up. But basically, this person got an NBA player, NBA basketball, whatever you guys call them, to send her like £15,000, and then he realised it wasn't me, and he messaged me like, hey,
shit.
like, I sent this girl money and it's not you. And I was just like, what? But my whole thing is, yeah, this girl's different, but what if this guy is, whatever this person is an older man luring younger girls, and it's dangerous, do you know what I mean? And it's not safe, and it's my image being used. And I remember the fake Snapchat account would post like pics of asses that could look like it's mine, but it's not me.
Yeah.
And people were messaging me like, oh my god, Yasmin, your nudes. And I'm like, my nudes?
Yeah.
Like, I don't take nudes, yo. Like, there's no nudes of mine being leaked. It's like, yes, some girls leaking your nudes, and I'm like, that's not to me.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, as well, with being an influencer, obviously, like, you have to understand, you have to influence the right things. I turned down so much jobs,
Yeah,
but
why? Talk about that.
because I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that it portrays or it shows. So I'll turn down so many jobs if it doesn't make sense for my branding, because not all money is good money. So, do you know what I mean? And the quick money always leads quicker. So I just believe stick with your niche, and you'll just grow naturally through that.
Do you think? So for people who don't know, like, it's not always just about followers, is it?
No, I don't think, guys, quality over quantity.
Facts.
I believe. I trust someone with less followers than more followers, because I don't know, like, it's easier to accept money when you've got more followers and you don't try the product. However, I don't think.
Say that again.
What do you mean?
Say that again. Say what you just said. Slow it down. So you trust someone with more? Why? Because it's easier.
Basically, I think micro influencers are going to be the biggest thing. I studied international marketing, and it makes sense. Bigger brands would rather pay the girls with like the 80Ks,
Yeah.
like the 300Ks, over the higher paid celebs, because obviously they do charge more, but they're less reliable, because they just promote a lot of things that you wouldn't necessarily
Saturated.
trust. Yeah.
No quality control.
Oh, that should be us on the jet ski, but it's not. What a shame.
What is it for you that's important when you're working with a brand? Obviously, I know the answers, but I want you to kind of show them as well.
I feel like when I work for a brand, I have to love the brand. I have to trust it. Like, if I like a brand a lot and they haven't got a budget, I will still work with you because I like your product, and I think I want to push you because I believe in what you're selling, and I trust it and I use it. I like it. But with me personally, is if I would use it, I would promote it. That's my rule. If I wouldn't use it, I won't promote it, because with me, I don't want people to try things and then it don't. And I haven't tried and I'm selling something, and then someone has a bad reaction to it, or comes out in the press next year that the chemicals they were using were, you know what I mean? You have to be very careful with because a lot of people are making a lot of stuff and you wouldn't know where they're getting their products from. Like, for example, like skincare brands, or like, I don't know, like face masks, or like, I know things that you wouldn't necessarily just buy off just anyone. You would want to trust and know where it's from and stuff like that. But yeah, I always say don't feel disheartened if you haven't got all the followers in the world, because that doesn't mean anything. Honestly, like, I feel like the people that really influence me don't even have Instagram. You know what I mean? Like, like, for example, Trist is a really big influence. I think he's a G and I think he's the boss, and he's sick, but he's not got all the followers on Instagram. But I feel like your influence on me as a person is amazing. So it varies out. So I feel like a lot of people that ask me, like, how'd you get into it? I'd say, like, just stay consistent, be yourself. Literally, don't do the quick, let me take these pics for the likes. The likes don't matter. It's about the quality of you as a person and what you what you're trying to influence. Because at the end of the day, it's my whole thing is I'm not trying to be anyone's role model because I'm still learning, I'm still young, I'm making mistakes, but I just want to let younger girls know, like, chase your dreams, follow your goals, and live life. Life is for living. And I just try, because I'm a normal girl. I go through heartbreak, I go through life, I have bad days, and I feel like people.
Yasmin, we see your quotes.
So that's another thing. Like, a lot of people are like,
we see your quotes, Yasmin.
A lot of people are like, oh, you don't oh, your quotes are so good, but like, I literally post anything I relate to, and it's so crazy because you never know who's going through the same thing as you. And it's nice because my Snapchat, I've got like a Snapchat family and my Instagram followers and stuff. When I post something, they can kind of get what I'm going through, and they'll message me, and I feel like I know them. It's so crazy. And like, sometimes, like, the nicest things is when people actually come up to me and they're like, I love you, and everything you do. It makes me want to work harder for you guys and like push more content and stuff out.
How important is YouTube to you?
I feel like YouTube is going to be the next big thing for me, and I feel like, do you know why I'm going to use YouTube nice? Because I grew up watching people on YouTube and relating to them and listening to them and feeling better about myself. So I feel like you never know that, like, people might want to hear that from me, and I feel like the things I say on Snapchat and what I do, a lot of people want to know, so I'm going to incorporate all into YouTube. I feel like that's my next, my management team, because when I talk work, we say management, because otherwise me and Trist will just laugh. And not, it's just not, work will not happen. But yeah, like, and another thing is like, I feel like when you're at a place in life where you just need to have a good team around you, and I've never had a good team, and I feel like now, guys, like, I've been doing Instagram now for like, I'm gonna say a strong 3 years, and only now I have a good team, like, only now.
It's weird, it's mad, because a lot of influencers don't actually have management.
A lot of them don't, but you know why? Because they don't trust everyone. I want to trust, like, I don't need to worry about anything with Trist and Chloe, like, I don't say yes to jobs or no to jobs. Like, they'll know, like, your management team needs to know you and push you and kind of know where. And the thing is, with, like, I feel like it's important because with me and like other influencers, it's like, you want to build to become better and stronger. And sometimes life happens, and I go through things, and you need people to just be there morally for you. Yeah. Well, and like, Chloe's made my life easy. She's literally like a star, like, in my, like, she just literally just come.
Big up Chloe.
She's a star. She just makes my life so much easier. She's so transparent. Like, she tells me so much that I didn't even know, and she's building her profile. But it's crazy because it's like she knows so much more than me, and she's been doing it for less time than me. And she's just gone out her way to find out, because you're forgetting technology evolves every day. And
it's always good to have, like, a manager who knows how to play the game. I think that's what a lot of people like, to have a manager who knows how to play the sport of what you're playing is important, because then they can guide you a bit better.
Like, she's always she's always one step ahead of me. If I'm like, oh, I think we can get more out of them, oh, I've already asked. Like, she's always a step ahead of me. So and that's important. I just feel like you have to trust your team, and you have to have a good work ethic, because they're not putting in money into me. They're not gonna help me grow if I'm not making them money. So it makes me want to work harder, because Trist here likes expensive cars. He's gonna want a Lambo truck next year. So I'm gonna have to work extra hard so he can get me money. So I can contribute to this Lambo truck. So one day when he has a Lambo truck, it's because of me.
Big fact.
It's because of...
Alright, so the trips, obviously this is the first brand therapist trip. It was kind of like an unofficial trip. This wasn't like, the next trip that we do are going to be so much more structured, organised, a lot more brands on board. But you've been on a couple trips. Like, give me a bit of an idea on how do these trips work for someone who has no idea? Okay, so there's always requirements. You always have to do a certain amount of posts or tag a certain amount of brands if they've collabed with someone else. In my case, I've actually only been on 3 PR trips. And they've actually, I'm not saying only, like, as in, like, only, but as in, like, I feel blessed enough to have been on 3 already. But you always have to do, it depends. So I last went to Tanzania, and we were shooting for Glam Mag Africa, and it was incredible. But guys, you understand the amount of pictures we had to take? This jet ski, I'm so down. Can I jump on? Can I get on? This is like jet ski season around here, boy.
Can I jump on? Can I come on? Can I come on? Ah! I'm going on!
So wait, why are they not busting, man, then?
Oh, I can't go on.
Why not?
I can't go on, guys. I was going to run. Insurance.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I can't come on. They won't let me.
They won't let us. Thank you.
Have fun.
What do you mean, though? I'm my own person, though.
Oh, I want to jump on the jet ski and swim. Sorry, guys, I'm bad. This is fun.
Bad boy.
He's hard.
Bad boy.
But yeah, sorry guys, I was just gonna run on my jet ski.
just jumping on man's jet skis all 2020.
Just gonna leave the podcast halfway through.
That's a joke, by the way, guys. It's a joke. That's a joke, all right? It's a joke.
I just seen him on the jet ski and I asked him, can I jump on? And he went. Because he was meant to go on then, but he arrived late, so we couldn't. But yeah, in terms of like management, I think it's really important to have a good team around you.
No, so lastly, the trips. So when you go on the trips, what do you have to do?
You have to do a certain amount of posts and tags, and you get to enjoy the trip, basically.
So realistically, if you structure your thing well, build a good following, build a good engagement, you can basically have a good life off this social media.
You could, but it comes with a lot. Like if you have to be ready for the it's not for everyone. Like sometimes I question if it's even for me, but I've learned to have tough skin throughout it. But it's not for everyone. Not everyone wants to be in the public eye. Not everyone wants to go out and like, guys, I kid you not, like it's come to a point where it's like you almost feel like sometimes I'm like, am I famous? Like, why do people like?
But
I
the
don't
thing
even.
is, being a social media influencer, you're basically like modern day TV stars, isn't it?
Almost, but it's not like I look at myself as a normal person, like, and I'm just like every time I meet someone, they're just like, oh my god, you're just so normal, and I'm like, what did everyone expect?
Yeah,
like,
I know what you mean.
I'm overly normal, like, girl, like sit down, let's have a drink. Do you know what I mean? I'm very like, I'm friendly, I'm very friendly. So when people meet me, they're just like this.
All right, guys. Well, listen. If I let her carry on talking, it will become the Yasmin Diaz show.
And I'm jumping in the sport. I'm out.
Done, no. So thank you very much. So that's another episode of the Brand Therapy Podcast. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Your boy Trist Rap City. Love, shout out to my little sis Yasmin Diaz. Follow her up as well. Back with another episode. We might even have another episode for you today if you're lucky. Pow!